Hi everyone, my name is Lola Esan. I'm a partner at Esan and I'm live on SME Chat. Today I'm known in the market as an HR practitioner or a talent management practitioner, but my journey into HR was really by circumstance. I have a first and second degree actually in marketing and communications. Started out as a media officer in WHO in Switzerland. After doing that for almost a year, yes, it was an exciting opportunity, but I kind of felt there was something missing. I wanted to do more. So I came back to Nigeria and joined the largest indigenous consulting firm at the time, Philips Consulting, where interestingly having a conversation with the founder on where they think my interests would best align, he thought it was a good idea I focus on HR consulting. I didn't know what it was at the time, and this was 20 years ago. I didn't know what it was at the time. I was a bit curious, okay, yeah, well, it didn't sound cool enough. But I went into it, spent 8 fantastic years working with clients, getting into the profession, understanding how best to support and come in. Then after 8 years, I kind of figured, look, it's important to now test whether everything I have been doing this past couple of years as a management consultant in HR is really practical. So I thought, okay, it's time to go into industry. I spent 18 months in Cornerstone Insurance as the head of human capital. Super challenging role, but I think that for me provided, I'd say, confirmation that I was doing the right thing or I was meant to be in this space. Unbelievable 18 months learning, again, supporting different kind of clients and stakeholder. At the time, it was still a quoted company. So I was one of the youngest HR directors at the time. And again, having done that for 18 months, I figured, okay, I've done consulting in a big indigenous firm. I have done industry now. What really would signify to me that I probably, well, I take that back. Maybe some justification that I can now do this on a larger scale. So I had the opportunity to join one of the big 4 firms, and there again working in the HR practice for about 5 years. Again, interesting opportunity, launched me on a global scale to now be an HR consultant. I did that for 5 years and felt it was now time to take on the next challenge. And EY Ernst & Young provided me that challenge to actually set up their people consulting business in West Africa. So it exists everywhere else in the world, but then to set it up. And it's been 6+ phenomenal years. We've served over 100+ clients, some of who are, started at growth stage, and we supported them to where they are now. So yeah, I'm super grateful for the opportunity to have had an opportunity to get different aspects of my career. And it's one story I like to share with founders and entrepreneurs as well, that sometimes the beginning might be rough and uncertain, but if you're sure, convinced about what you're supposed to be doing, at the end of the day, you go on to experience phenomenal success and you enjoy what you do. So thanks. So I think the first thing, which I kind of mentioned in earlier conversation, was leaving the people conversation too late. So the fact that you have the finance, the marketing, the sales, everything is settled, you forget that you will need people to actually unlock whatever it is you are put forward in terms of the goods or service you want to provide. The second thing is thinking that you must necessarily hire everyone because you have now set up a business. Most times we underestimate the sheer cost or impact or people-related expenses on your OPEX. And the way it works, once you have hired someone, you don't get a pass on whether or not your obligations are due. So you must comply in terms of paying salaries regularly. You must comply with the legal and regulatory requirements. So I think it's also important that people understand that you have to scale. And that includes how you pay people, what you pay them, and at what phase you should even hire certain types of people. The other mistake I see is thinking that it should be a battle with competition. So once upon a time, yes, you had to monitor competition. You should still monitor and track competition because you want to know what else someone who's doing like what you do is offering. But I think the way to think right now is really along collaboration. So even if you're looking across your shoulders at what the next person is doing, it's not to come up with strategies to knock them down, because truth be told, the sky is big enough for everyone. It's to find opportunities to probably learn what they are doing better than yourselves, or even look for opportunities where you can probably provide service or support for one area where they're not catering to. So I think it's to take another look at how we treat or access competition. I think I'd also want to mention social media apathy. These days, the world is digital. You cannot not have digital presence. And I don't think there's any business or service today that doesn't have a way to modify, upgrade, or enhance leveraging digital. So it's important to also make sure as you're planning, you're looking at how digital can enhance your service delivery or your service offerings. And then I think not prioritizing rest. It's difficult being an entrepreneur. It's difficult taking a business through growth stage. And sometimes people think that it means that they must sacrifice everything. So I'd say be very careful the balls you drop as an entrepreneur. Obviously, there will be plastic balls and glass balls. The plastic ones are the ones that you drop, they would bounce. But the glass ones, once you drop them, they break. And what are those glass balls? Your family, your health. And health in this case is both mental, physical, social. Make sure even though the journey is tough, you are paying attention to those two things. So at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, those are the things you rely on to enjoy the success you've made out of your business. Thanks.
So can you speak a bit about your organization and your role in the organization?
So you might be familiar with one of the terms Global Big Four, so the 4 largest professional services firms in the world. I proudly work with Esan, which is one of them, and I head up the people consulting practice for West Africa. So I look after operations in Nigeria and Ghana. We generally serve clients in terms of tax, audit services, accounting services, and we have consulting services, and then we also have strategy and transaction. So I sit in the consulting service, and we generally provide advice to all clients. So we welcome everyone because we believe that in shaping the future of our world with confidence, it's important that no one is left behind. So generally for us, we're a very social impact focused firm as well. So beyond being profit oriented, because obviously we're a business, we pay particular attention to the growth and support of all our clients, both big and small. So that's a very interesting question. I would not say, if you notice, I had said I do not favor the word problem, I do not favor the word issues, I say challenges. Nigeria, like any other country, is in transition. And when you're in transition, there will be ups and downs expected, because if everything is up, then clearly you will be doing something wrong, or you get caught up with your success pretty early. Nigeria is blessed. And when I say blessed, we're blessed phenomenally. We have human resources, we have natural resources. I mean, everywhere you look, Nigeria is top of everything. So I think that is a strong thing we have going for us. But I think we haven't fully harnessed the potential yet. Well, I mentioned that I head up HR consulting for one of the largest professional services firms in Nigeria and West Africa. So essentially in the HR community, well, with all sense of humility, I'm well noted and recognized. I mean, I think earlier on this week, I got nominated for Nairametrics top 10 HR influencers in the profession in Nigeria. So I suppose in terms of shaping the conversation around human capital management, talent management, I humbly and very excited about the opportunity to play a role there, pulled by the gesture, because it means that a lot of the work I'm doing, both in the course of advising my clients and in society, the opportunities I get is yielding results. What it also means for me is when it comes to shaping the future of Nigeria, I'd like to believe that I'm playing an active role, because recall I did say earlier on that you can't be talking about pivoting a business to success if you're not looking at how you can pivot on people. So I'm quite active as well when it comes to the founder and entrepreneur ecosystem. I spend a lot of my free time mentoring SMEs, MSMEs, entrepreneurs on different accelerators as well. And then even as part of my role at EY, we have a big social impact commitment. So we're all expected to serve in terms of service community. So my own service comes from the time I spend in shaping thought leadership, contributing to conferences such as GrowthCon. Hi everyone, my name is Lola Esan. I'm a partner at Ernst & Young and I'm live on SME Chat.